Well, hello, my diamond family. Welcome back. This is Sharon. I'm coming to you today with another subject. And hello, one people, life is happening to me. Let's let this phone stop ringing. I don't know why it's ringing because I had it on silence and it's ringing anyway. Okay, there we go. It stopped now. Um, I even put it on Do Not Disturb, but it is still disturbing me. Isn't that amazing? Um, okay. I'm going to talk to you today about taking charge of your life. And that has been something that people find hard to do. Taking charge of their life. And why is that? Because we are creatures of habit. And we do whatever we do, and we don't take the time to try something new. We just keep doing what we do. And because change take effort. And a lot of people are not willing to put effort into changing their lives and changing their situations. And no, I'm putting myself in that too. Because I'm a creature of habit too. And sometimes we just have to force ourselves to do things that we're just not comfortable in doing. That is, if we want to change. That is, if we want to reach our potential, if we want to fulfill a goal. Now, if you're one of those people who satisfied with being where you are and doing what you're doing, then hey, go for it. Because only you, at the end of the day, only you are the one that you must answer to. And if you are satisfied, then I guess you can consider yourself successful in what you're doing. Because if you're satisfied with what you have and where you are, then and you have no problems with sleeping at night, then you are successful at what you're doing. Because success means different things to different people. And just because I want to do something doesn't mean that I have to impose my will and my desires on you. If that's not what you want, then that's not what you want. And we should realize that, everybody is where they want to be. Now, if you're one of those people that's somewhere where you don't want to be, then you need to do something different. Okay? So that's why we call it take charge of your life. And call this taking charge of your life. Because you're the only one who can do anything about your life. Because you are in control of it. And first of all, if you're one of those people where you want more out of life, then take action immediately. Stop wasting time this very minute, this very second. Stop. Stop doing what you're doing because it's not giving you what you want. You've heard that saying, uh, you have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. That means you are done. You are done living this way. You are done acting this way. You're just done with people treating you a certain way. You just, no more. So then that's when it's time to take action. And what is the first thing you should do when you began to take action. Well, write down what it is that you want to do with yourself. And write down the things that you want out of life, the places you want to go. Write it down. Write it down. Write your vision down. That's your vision. So write it down. And every day you look at that vision and you visualize yourself doing those things and talk to yourself. Don't say, I want to be a teacher. Say, I am a teacher. Or don't say, I want to be a chef. I am a chef. Whatever it is you want to be said that you are those things already. Not one day I want to be this, that. No, that's what you are today. As for me, I like to write. And I call myself a writer. Even though I haven't published anything, I am a writer. And I write screenplays. So I am a writer. Not one day I will be a writer. I am that. That's what I am today. I am a writer. And I see my material on screen. I see my material on billboards. I see that. Even though it hadn't come to reality yet, but I see that and I am that. And people love my material. That's what I see. That's what I feel, and that's what I believe. And that's what you will have to do. And after you have written down your vision, now what? Now what? What do I do now? Get to work. Get to work. Do whatever, be willing to do whatever you have to do, no matter what price you have to pay. Oh, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you your time. It's going to cost you your energy. It's going to may cost you some friends. May cost your family thinking you just gone over the deep end. It's going to cost something. But those things are not important. What other people think and what you have to give up, ask yourself, will it be worth it in the end? The things I have to give up now are the time and energy I have to put in something. Will it pay off in the end? And the answer is yes. But ask yourself, am I a person of value? Do I see myself as valuable enough to do what I have to do? Am I worth the time and effort and what I have to do to accomplish these things? And if you think you're worth the effort, then go for it. And don't let anybody sway you. Be focused, stay focused, be unmovable. And don't let difficult times and obstacles stop you. But there's going to be some time when you miss the mark. There's going to be some setbacks in your life. But at those times when you fall, you just don't stay down. You get up, dust yourself off, and start back again. Have you seen people that maybe they run track or something and they fall? They don't just lay there. They get up and they start running again. Or maybe you see sports players, they they miss the quarterback throw the ball to them. They miss the ball. They don't just lay there. They get up and they do it again. Are you valuable enough? Are you worth the time and energy to invest in yourself? Are you worth are you worth it? And if you say yes, then go for it. Don't let anybody turn you away. Just stay focused. Stay focused. No matter what's crumbling down around you, stay focused. No, hard times will come, difficulty will come, but always have a backup plan for when those times come, and then have a backup plan for your backup plan. I always have to have that, and expect things to go wrong. So when it happens, it won't catch you off guard. You already have a plan for it. You already know how to navigate around it. Now just imagine um, life as riding a wave. You seen those guys out there riding waves, the big waves, and they just on top of the water, just riding it. And that's what life is sometimes. Sometimes you're just on top. Things are going well for you. Things are just falling into place. And it seems like nothing can go wrong. But then sometimes that wave knocks you off the board. It knocks you off, and it seems like you'll go under and you can't come back up, but you can. You see those guys out there surfing, they get knocked off the board and they go down, but they come back up. And what do they do? What do they do when they come back up? They get back on the board. And that's what we have to do when not, excuse me, tongue tied. That's what we have to do when life knocks us down. We got to get back on it. We got to get back on it and keep going. And life is not a bunch of rainbows and unicorns. It's not. There gonna be some times. There gonna be some times when we feel like just giving up. It's gonna seem like it's just not worth it. It's too hard. We don't want to do it no more. But those are the times when we feel that way, we have to. We have to put all our energy into it. We gotta tell yourself, no, I'm not giving up. I'm not gonna forfeit my dreams. Because you have to decide to be in that minority. The ones who are willing to do whatever they have to do. Because if everything was easy, if life was easy, if reaching your goals was easy, everybody would be doing that. But everybody's not doing it. So be in that small group that willing to pour everything that they have into their dream, into their goals. Just think about Thomas Edison. He invented the light bulb. And here's the reason why we have lights today. Thomas Edison. And according to things I've read, he failed many, many, many times. It seemed like he was just a failure because everything he tried failed. It failed, but he kept going. He kept going. He kept going. They say he was so relentless into what he was doing that sometimes he just slept about 2 hours a night. He kept a little bed in his lab, and he would fall asleep, but he'd get up and he's at it again. He's at it again. He's at it again. And thanks to his hard work and his desire to accomplish something, we have lights today. And this and the same thing with our phone. You know how we love our phones. What if the guy who rented the phone? Oh, he failed many, 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 many times too. What if he had just said, "The heck with it. What am I doing this for? This is crazy." What if he had said that? You wouldn't have your little cell phones in your pocket, will you? Because it was too hard. And, I'm sure those guys felt discouraged at times and wanted to give up and began to think that maybe this is crazy. This is never going to happen. There's no such thing. Look at the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers. What if they had decided flying is for the birds? What if they had given up? But look at those people. Don't think the process they went through was easy. I mean, we see the end results and we think, oh, wow. But think of the process. There was a process that they have to go through. And with those guys, unlike us, today, we have books where people already have done what we want to do. So all we gotta do is go get books and read about and how they did what they did and follow their steps. Now, Thomas Edison and Alexander Graham Bell, the Wright brothers, they didn't have any books, and they didn't have anything to read because nobody had done what they did. Nobody. They were the first, so they did not have anything to go back and read to see how to accomplish this. But we do today. People have everything that we want to do. People have done it already. So, what excuse do we have? We don't. We don't. All we have to do is put forth the effort and the energy and the time. People rather sit in front of a TV for 5, 6, 7 hours a day than to harness their thoughts and be disciplined and learned. They rather do that. Something that's not gonna build them up and make them to be better people. They're not willing to do that, and that's a shame. When all the information you need is in a book, the step by step process and reaching your goals are in a book. And all you have to do is open that book and learn. But we rather sit on the sideline and watch other people live. I mean, you want to sit around watching people play sports. Those people are successful. They accomplish their goal. They put in the time. They put in the effort. Or you want to sit back and look at an actress or actor in a movie. Those people they put in their time. They accomplish their goals. They're successful. What are you? Can you say that about yourself? Can you say you have given it all that you can give? Until you change, nothing changes. You have to be willing to do whatever you have to do, even when people around you are telling you that you can't, you can. You can do it if you're willing to put in the effort. And that is the hardest part of becoming anything you want to do. Willing to discipline yourself and put in the time and the effort. And don't expect things to happen overnight. Don't expect it to happen right away. I mean, there's a process. Delayed gratification. Learn that. Delayed gratification. Don't expect, just like say you want to lose 20 pounds and you try for a week and nothing happens. So, oh, this don't work. So, it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. It didn't take you overnight to get where you are, and it's not going to take overnight to get you out of where you are. It's going to take time, and it's going to take effort. It's going to take sweat. It's going to take hard work. It's gonna take it. Everything that you have to give. And that's where a lot of people fail because they're not willing to do whatever need to be done to become something that they want to become. The first little the first little disappointment comes along, they give up. Oh, that's it. It ain't gonna work. The first time trouble comes, they give up. And I said, the bigger the trouble, the harder it falls. And in the Bible, let's go back to David. David was a 15-year-old boy. And he went out, his father sent him out to the battlefield to take his older brothers that was in the army some food. And when he got there, he heard this big giant man talking a lot of garbage. He was threatening people. He was talking just trash. He was wanting somebody to come out and confront him. And everybody in the army was scared to come out and confront this man. But David, he was like, who is this talking all this garbage, talking this trash? Who is this man? And they told him, no, he was Goliath, and he was part of the Philistine army, and everybody was afraid of him, and nobody would face him. And the king had promised if anybody take Goliath out, their family would never have to pay taxes again, and the king would give the person who took this giant out, that he would give his daughter in marriage. Nobody was willing, except for a 15-year-old boy, and all he had was a slingshot and 5 stones. And he went out there and confronted this giant. I think they say he's about 9 or 10 feet tall. This big old man, this big old giant. He had a big, had all this armor on and a sword. And this 15-year-old boy with a slingshot and 5 stones went out to confront this big old massive man. You would think this big man would have killed little David, don't you? But no, that's not what happened. David took one of his stones, put it in his sling, And he told that giant, said, today I will take you out. Now I'm paraphrasing. So he said, today I'm going to take you out and I'm going to cut your head off. And I'm going to leave your carcass for the animals and the birds in the field. And Goliath laughed at him. He laughed. And David threw that stone. It sank into the giant's forehead. And he fell like a mighty redwood tree. And I'm sure when he fell, it shook the ground. And what did David do? David took his sword, the giant's sword, and cut his head off and brought it back to the king. So instead of running from the giant, destroy the giant. When things look like it's too hard, too big, then that's when you really go in for it. Because after difficulty comes opportunity. And let's think about back during the Great Depression. Everybody in the Great Depression was not poor. Everybody during the Great Depression was not hungry and starving and homeless. Why is that? Why were there so many people that was homeless? Everybody, I think that you were able to see the people who didn't have any goals, any dreams, any desires, any put forth any effort. Those are the people that when life hit, those are the people who was not prepared. And in every society, there are those people who just not ready, who just can't cope, who just not willing to do anything more than they have to. There's people that rather sit back on welfare, wait for a check to come in, who rather live in poor housing conditions rather than put forth the effort to improve their living condition and to get a paycheck. They rather sit back and do nothing. They just go through life. Whatever happens, happens. Whichever way life throws them, it throws them. They're not prepared and they're not willing to do whatever it is they have to do. Just look around you. You'll see it. You will see it. Look at the homeless people that's out on the streets, especially in L.A. Oh, that's just out of control. But there's homeless people everywhere, and some of them are trying hard to get off the street, but the majority of them, they don't want off. They don't want off the street because they have to do something. They have to put forth some effort. They have to learn. They have to change. They have to work, and they don't want to do that. They rather just sit back on the streets and have their hands out and do nothing than to. It's a shame. But a lot of people out there, because they have mental illness problems, so let's not look at the people who trying their hardest to get out. Let's not focus on the people with mental issues that can't seem to find help. Let's look at the others, ones with no mental illness that can change if they want to, but they don't want to. They'll tell you in a minute, I don't want no job. I don't want a job. What I need a job for? And they're good at handouts. They want somebody else to work, and they want somebody else to give them their money, but they don't want to. They don't want to work. And another thing that knocks people off is negative self-talk. Sometimes we are our own worst enemy. Negative self-talk, and we all are guilty of it. I I've been a victim of it, and sometimes I gotta catch myself. Cause I'm talking, sometimes I'm like, "Oh, girl, please, really? You gonna try to do this?" You gotta stop yourself, cause you will talk yourself out of everything. You will talk yourself out of your dreams. We all want um, great jobs. We all want to make a lot of money, but we're not willing to do what we have to do to get that job and to make that money. You are paid what you are worth. You are paid what you are worth. I mean, don't complain if you making $10 an hour. Don't complain because you just that's your value in the company. The value they see you as just worth $10 an hour. What you're doing. And if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you will go do something real different. Poor people spend all their money and invest what is left, which is usually nothing. But rich people, they invest first and spend what's left. And see the difference there? Poor people spend everything they have. And if they happen to have anything left over, they would invest it, which they probably won't. But rich people, they invest first. They invest first. And if there's anything left over, they will spend it. And that's the difference. That's the difference. Priority, importance is different. You're not, you want everything now. Delayed gratification is not part of your vocabulary. You want it now. So you go out and spend every penny you have. I think I've read, if I remember correctly, it was saying if we should talk about the United States. If all the money that's in the United States, if you would divide that money up between every citizen and everybody have the equal amount in a short period of time, all the money will go back to where it originated from because people spend. They don't believe in saving and investing. So in a matter of time, all the money will end up right back where it started from. What kind of person are you? Are you the kind that spend every penny you get your hands on? Or are you the type that invests in your future? Save, put some back for a rainy day, because there will be a rainy day. There will be emergencies that comes up. Remember, when you change, things change. and learn how to spend your time wisely. Learn to always be reading something, learning something, doing something positive to help you reach your goals. Don't let don't don't let time go by without you doing something to chip away at your goals that you have written down. And when you accomplish one goal, replace it with another because you're always growing, you're always learning. You never reach the end of learning. You're always learning. You never arrive. You are arriving. And keep a journal. Keep a journal of your daily life, your thoughts, your plans, your dreams, what you accomplished today, or whatever it is that you're doing. Write it down. Have a journal so you can go back and see how far you have come. Because a lot of times we forget. We forget the small things. We forget where we come from. We forget. So if you have something to go back over and read, you can see, oh man, I have changed. No, I started here, now I'm here. Have a journal and learn to be grateful. Learn to be grateful for the small things. And look to God for guidance and strength. Look to Him to increase your faith and your wisdom. Ask for wisdom. Ask for strength. And if nobody else believes in you, in your ability, then go it alone. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. You have to motivate yourself. You have to speak to yourself. You have to be willing to stand alone if you have to. But don't give up. Think about all the people that come before you. And it's not that they're any smarter than you are. They were just willing to do more. They had they were looking to the future. They were looking to the future. They could see um, how things could be. And a lot of people they're so stuck to the past that they can't move to the future. Don't let the past be a hindrance to your future. Let that past be just a stepping stone. Know from your failures in the past what will not work, and don't just stay there. Woe me, woe me. I've been there, I've done that, that did not work, so let me move to something else. I know bad things happen to people. Sometimes we are abused and used and hurt and neglected, but don't stay there. Don't stay there. Do whatever you have to do to get out of that pit. Go get some therapy, but don't be a victim of the past. Don't stay in the past. Because the past, if you live in the past, you can't get to the future. You gotta let it go. You gotta get the help that you need. You gotta let it go. Easier said than done. I know everything I'm saying is easier said than done, but it must be done if you want to change, that is. And don't always look for shortcuts. Don't always look for the easy way out. Because there's no such thing. There's no such thing as shortcuts, easy way out. be be willing to take on extra work, extra responsibility. Because no, everybody will not have their own business. Everybody cannot be president. Everybody may not have millions and billions of dollars, but be willing to be the best that you can be at the at the goal that you want to be in. That's how you successful, when you have really given it everything you have and you are the best at what you can be, then you are successful. It's not how many dollars you have in the bank. But learn to be the best you can be at what you are doing. Somebody else may not think that you are the best, but if you are the best at what you are, then things will start coming your way. Things will start happening. People will start searching you out. People will want to be a part of, want you to be a part of their company. They're gonna search you out. Everybody wants the best, and develop your personality. Have a good personality. Don't be one of them people that whine, moan, complain, find fault in everything and everybody. Nobody wants to be around those kind of people. Build yourself up. One thing I was reading, they said by the time you die, you should have poured everything in you out. There should be nothing left in you. You should have poured out everything that you were born with. All those gifts, all those talents, you have poured them out. And then when we are finished doing what we are done, we were put on this earth to do, and then we can sit back. But until then, keep going. Even in retirement, you call yourself retiring from your job. You can't retire from life because you keep living, you keep living. Only time you retire from life is when you die. That's when you retire from life. So, don't think I'm too old to do anything. No, you're not. As long as you still have breath in your body, you're not too old to do anything. Grandma Moses, she did not start painting until she was 80 years old. 80 years old, that's when she started painting. And everybody wanted her work. Just think, if she had started painting earlier, why she didn't, I don't know, but she did. She did finally do what she was put on this earth to do. So you're never too old to start anything. You're never too old to learn anything. You're never too old to contribute. Never. I know people may tell you are, but you're not. Only time you finished working is when you finish living. Next, what else? What else should we do? And I am a big component on believing in yourself. Have faith in what you're trying to believe that you can do and will do the things that you set out to do. And if your dreams and your goals, whatever you want to call them, dreams, goals, whatever you want to call them, if they don't make you stretch, then they're not big enough. It's got to make you stretch outside of your comfort zone. If what you're doing takes no effort, much effort, then it's not big enough. It's got to make you stretch and make you grow. Just like lifting weights make your muscles grow. That's what your dreams and your talents have to do for you. They have to make you bigger, make you reach further, make you go for it. Stay out of that comfort zone. Don't be mediocre. Don't be that way. You don't have to be that way. Be extraordinary. Make people want you around. Make people want to be around you. Make yourself valuable to your company. Let them, cause when layoffs come, a business decide to lay off people. Who do they lay off first? They lay off their worst employees first. They lay off their mediocre employees first. If you're one of those go-getters on your job, you're not going to be the first to get laid off. You won't be the first. I mean, it all depends how much money the company needs to save. They may have to lay off everybody almost, but you will not be the first person laid off. If you make yourself valuable to the company and you are productive, you won't be. So, get up out of your seat of nothingness. Value yourself more than what you have been valuing yourself. We all have been given gifts and talents. And we all have the ability to accomplish those gifts and talents that's inside of us. Because God gave us those gifts and those talents so we can accomplish those. He don't give you desires and goals and dreams that you can't fulfill. He give us things that we can do, that we can be successful at. But we have to be willing. Everybody can't be a lawyer. Everybody can't be a doctor. Everybody can't be a well-known actress or no. Everybody can't be everything, but be what you're supposed to be. Because there always could be somebody look better than you, smarter than you. So my thing is stay in your lane. Stay where you're supposed to be and be the best that you are supposed to be. Don't try to be like this person. Don't try to be like that person. Don't look around and try to be like other people. Look inside yourself and be that person that you are supposed to be. That's the person you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be like every Tom, Dick, and Harry over here. Everybody can't be doctors, lawyers, teachers, professors. You just can't. Everybody, that's not what everybody's supposed to be. mean, that's just like the Bible says we are the body of Christ, and each one of us have a job to do. Everybody can't be the hand. Everybody can't be the feet. Everybody can't be the eyes. We all have different things we're supposed to do and supposed to be, and those things are supposed to work together for the big picture. Do your part. Do what you were here for, and be good at it. And then you have reached your goal and your dream. So, if you like this content, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that button, subscribe, and share this information. And I do have another channel. It's called Rise Up 2720. If you want to go over there, you can look at some of the things over there. We talk about a few things different over there than we do here. So if you want to be better, if you want to be known as a person of excellence and a go-getter, if you want to leave a legacy for your family that they could be proud of, then I say get up and do what you have to do today. Move forward and be that person. And be that diamond that you are. Because each one of us has a diamond inside of us. So be that diamond. And until we speak again, be blessed.